What's going on, folk? In this video, it's breaking Florida, and also we're gonna do a couple things. We're gonna do some wheel things for that car right there, and then I'm gonna go back to my EK hatch again, because the car has been giving me super trouble, and I gotta fix it because it's my daily driver, and the heat works really good in Florida. You know what I'm saying? A little cold right now. If you're watching them other in Florida, it's about to be snowing again. It's wild. It's snowing in Florida. Anyways. Check out the intro, and after that, you already know.
DJ. The tables turned. Reel it back one time. Okay. Tony touch.
It's so tremendous.
Tony touch. Yo, I be the mic smoker.
Next message.
Yo, I don't know where to start. Check it out. Music is my total existence, dog. Straight up. Everything in my life revolves around music. It's like, can't get a relationship because I'm still with my first love, which is music. You know what I'm saying? For real. The reason I'm here, J. Dill, just like that. Peace.
End of message. Resave. Next message.
Yeah, it started with rhythms I heard listening to the wall. The bouncing of basketballs on playgrounds and all. The empty bottles is hollow, wind blowing inside them. The flow and the rhyming got my alignment to a science. Mixing with my mom's in the kitchen, them spoons rattling. Pots and pan, faucet water pouring, tunes managing to come from all the fussing and rambling. What I noticed was pure music untampered with by things showbiz does. Older thugs show the stuff, like how to hold the plugs. Juice from the street light, it almost could've blowed us up. Crates of records, great sessions, had the whole hood jamming. Large speakers, fresh made, smell the wood sanding. Father did his blues smooth, legendary Jasmine. Saw his wife secondary to his true passion. Started with my crew rapping New Jackson 82. Never look back now, look what it changed me to. Music.
We gotta believe the future. We gotta believe the past. We gotta believe in more than all that we have. We gotta believe each other. We gotta open up our minds. Cause music is for life.
Next message.
What's the difference between me and you? Is I'm a real connoisseur of this rap shit. I really do it. My whole life, man, is really music. Through my bass line, I'm living through it. Another expression of life I couldn't live without. I like my music straight pure, not watered down. Damn, it felt good to fulfill the dreams of getting out the hood. Kept me busy, gave me a chance to stop selling drugs. Spending time in the basement kept me from acting up. Zoning out, wishing Dre could check it out. I'm here now. I can't believe it, proof in the pudding. Everything happened for a reason. Through this music, I'm able to feed the family. When I'm stressed out, it's my sanity. It's a lifestyle, all on the street and in Hollywood. Music in my DNA, it's my livelihood. Music.
We gotta believe the children. We gotta believe in hope. We gotta believe in more than all that we know. So we gotta believe each other. We gotta open up our minds. Cause music is what life.
Next message.
Keep the music alive. The good and the strong survive. I close my eyes and imagine I was Jackson 5. Randy or Michael going through life cycle. Music allowed me to let life go. So vital to a youngster coming up amongst street hustlers. The big beat to touch us in such a special place, giving the ghetto a taste of what freedom is like. I reached the point in my life where I was needing a mic. No second guessing, self-expression and lessons learned. Aggression became sessions where sessions burn. Put my soul into it, now my feet is firm. In a game where a name is hard to earn, and hot cats' careers get scarred and burned through the years. Mine took a godly turn. This is the story of my life here, trapped in a verse. No matter money or the movies, music is first. Yeah.
We gotta believe the future. We gotta believe the past. We gotta believe in more than all that we have. So we gotta believe each other. We gotta open up our minds. Cause music is for life. So we gotta believe the children. We gotta believe in hope. So we gotta believe in more than all we know. So we gotta believe each other. We gotta open up our minds, 'cause music is for life.
Next message.
Hey yo, High Tech, what up? You know what it says? It's your boy Busta Bust Down, Flip Mode Squad. Alright? Now, you know, there's a serious thing behind the music that we doing. It's like music, you know, for me, man, it mean everything, family. You know, when we going through our little personal stripes in life, you know what I'm saying? We get up in that studio, close that door, be locking ourselves in that little four-wall space, man. Get up in the vocal booth and become whoever you want to be. Express whatever you want to feel. You know what I mean? When you're going through your most frustrating time in life, you know what I'm saying, you can realize that when you can't find nobody else to speak to, you can speak through the music. Help other people feel your pain, your struggle, your passion, you know, what you live and die for, your values in life. You know what I mean? Music, man, it's the voice of every being in the universe. It's the platform provided for us to communicate when all else fails. It's what allows us to be able to connect with touching the heart and the soul of the street.
I love you too.
He want the scoop, she want the tea, she want the tea. I cannot speak, we keepin' it street, we keepin' it street. I took a loss, but you still gon' get beat, you still gon' get beat. How much it costs? It never been cheap, it never been. Turn your click up, dawg, turn 'em up. Turn your bitch up, dawg, turn her up. Tight these streets can't cross it, cross 'em up. All these streets need bosses, boss 'em up. Turn your click up, dawg, turn 'em up. Turn your bitch up, dawg, turn her up. Tight these streets can't cross it, cross 'em up. All these streets need bosses. If my dog get low in his pockets, I'm picking them up. We came from the bottom together, my nigga, we get it, we splitting it up. If my bitch tell me pay for that pussy, I take her ass shopping and tell her shut up. Standing on business, standing on bitches ain't nothing to pipe that shit up. It ain't nothing to turn a bitch up. It ain't nothing to turn your click up. Ain't nothing. Shit, we turn the jeweler up. Just look at the diamonds we bust. Look at the people we touch. Shit, I'm feeling like Puffy and Russ. I'm sitting this shit like a toilet, little nigga so nasty, I never been flushed. Nasty. Go. Bulletproof bravers, it came with a kid on it. The switch is too light, it kick if you spit on it. Hundreds of bands, I put a little shit on them. Dope in my hand, I had to go flip something. Flip, go, it's gone. He want the scoop, she want the tea, she want the tea. I cannot speak, we keepin' it street, we keepin' it street. I took a loss, but you still gon' get beat, you still gon' get beat. How much it costs? It never been cheap, it never been. Turn your click up, dawg, turn 'em up. Turn your bitch up, dawg, turn her up. Tight these streets can't cross it, cross 'em up. All these streets need bosses, boss 'em up. Turn your click up, dawg, turn 'em up. Turn your bitch up, dawg, turn her up. Tight these streets can't cross it, cross 'em up. All these streets need bosses, boss 'em up.
Big dog status, Bill Hubble. A ball in his mouth for my brothers. Gold yard bag, tote the cutter. I got it out the field, fuck Russell. Go and ask L'Oreal about the paddock, then go and ask Joy and ask Dez. Elite water trying to drown a bitch. It's a habit tricking on a bitch. Shit, I'm thinking I could been a pimp. Shit, I'm cooking up dope like it's dinner. Shit, I come from zone 6 nigga trim. Shit, I'm floating, I'm hot in the blimp. Shit, it look like I'm swimming in glass. Shit, I turn on my bitch cause she bad. Shit, I'm making her ex nigga mad. Shit, they go for that bap, I'ma smash. Real nigga alert, I'm securing the bag. Piping a bitch, it ain't then I got cash. Turn up the shooters, but switches go bad. Stay with some scammers, my dog moving past. Trapping or rapping, my dog, you fall off. No capping, I'm bound, I'm a brick. Fuck on your bitch and I told her to call off. Actually, I'm making her quit. Painkiller, got my little demons on gold. They ready to hit with the stick. Painkillers, got my little bitch on gold. She ready to eat up the dick. My main hitters, call up the gang members. They was already on the lick. Hanging with Migos, all these drugs and guns. Think we Mexican, free band.
He want the scoop, she want the tea, she want the tea. I cannot speak, we keepin' it street, we keepin' it street. I took a loss, but you still gon' get beat, you still gon' get beat. How much it costs? It never been cheap, It never been turn your click up, dog. Turn them up, turn your bitch up, dog. Turn her up. Tight these streets can't cross it. Cross them up. All these streets need bosses. Boss them up. Turn your click up, dog. Turn them up. Turn your bitch up, dog. Turn her up. Tight these streets can't cross it. Cross them up. All these streets need bosses. Boss them up.
Take heat, fuck these niggas up.
101 sound. So watch the boys. That boy feels it.
A7, no trench, baby, you know the struggle rate me. Being broke ain't turned me down, that shit just got me motivated. I real out, got on my shit and put my foot on all my haters. Money stacking up in layers, look like I play for the Lakers. We gon' fuck from 9 to 5 like this your job, I'ma trade you. I won't waste none of your time of mine, I'd rather chase some paper. Trapping too hard in the hood, I'm getting complaints from all the neighbors. Like that young nigga too hot out here, he got so many flavors. I work hard for what I got, so I won't let no nigga take it. Walk mix with my founder pop.
He got me moving like the Matrix.
Know this shit 1K for L, see we got millions on the table. 223 find out traces, cross that line and feels a facial.
It's the cooler. Grab a fork and twerk it, twist it, twirl it like some noodles. I'm a big dog, fuck I look like running with some poodle. You might think this was a poo hall, just look at all these shooters. It's a celebration, bitch, another trapper made it. My whole jealous, bruh, I think my plug even hate it. I'm tired of niggas fucking up then crying cause they can't pay me. They don't know who did it, but the nigga family still hate me. You can't tell us nothing, bitch, you see we made it out them trenches. In the game, ballin' hard, bitch, we finally off them benches. The caption we winning with the trophy on the end. My girl jealous, say the Glock get more attention and extension.
I can show you how to flip a 50 to a million. I got the Midas touch, they say I'm something like a magician. I dropped the top, I'm chillin', now my car ain't got no ceiling. Don't put your hands on goo up or your list won't have no feeling. CEO about business, it been bloodshed about this pendant.
Fuck these niggas up.
101 sound. So watch the boys. That boy
Me people, wagwan, you know, real cold right now. Where'd I put the wheels? All right. So, you remember in the video, you know what I'm talking about? Feel me? Bam, bam, bam. All right, so those of you who watched my last video, I used a new camera, and for whatever reason, when I saved the video, I edited the whole video, everything was straight, saved the video, and for some reason, the sound became delayed. I don't know what's up with that, because all the footage is not delayed, everything's crisp, everything's clean, everything's tight, everything's right, boom, 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 whatever, but yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened. That shit was wild. It sucks, you know what I'm saying? It's off by like just enough, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, apologize for that. There's nothing to really do about that now. It's gonna have to be one of them funny videos, you know, kind of is what it is, but boom, let's talk about the real shit, the wheels, feel me? Bam, shorty, damn. Okay, so, I ain't gonna front, I'm a little bit hyped because I'm about to go eat and drive my Civic, which hopefully is working like it's supposed to. Anyways, that's not where we're at. We right here in a 240 game. So check me out. You see I got these wheels and you know, I'm doing some work, doing some whatever. I'm also in my racing shoes, you know what I'm saying? But don't pay attention to that. That's how you go. If you want to go fast, you gotta wear these. So anyways, got the wheels going, boom. I got this set of wheels, which are the same set of wheels my R32 has, just this is the dark mode, that's the light mode, boom, now you see it, boom, that's it, boom. I already, if you watched previous videos, again, also, you would have seen that I've already test fitted these wheels on the back of that car, and those actually fit really good, but they are half an inch, these are 18 by 13, So that wheel is like that much, like right on the edge of the fender line. And I already damaged the fender, this fender specifically, or quarter panel, excuse me. I damaged that thing right there. Not even knowing it, didn't even hear it, but just test fit the wheels. Everything seemed to fit, you know what I'm saying, boom, whatever. So I'm building these wheels in chrome, those wheels here in chrome, which is, it's strange how things work out. Like, I don't know, I hate, for me personally, I'm one that, I'm not into like just, you know, oh, must be fate and like all this bullshit, whatever. I'm not into that shit whatsoever. I'm into like creating my own fate, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And for this car, I wanted another set of these wheels, these Krishnas, right? Wes Crane's Krishna. I think those are really cool wheels. Lately I've been, when I first got these, you could not find them, period. Like, you could not find these wheels. Like, nobody had these shits. I saw them, I said, wow, that's kind of cool. I mean, the face design is not that awesome, but I saw one picture on the line with them with a lip like this big, and I go, yo, those are tight. I gotta have that shit. Made an all dark mode set. Boom, here we are, right? So with that being said, I told myself, you know what? At some point, I think, especially, well, this point now, I decided that I wanted a set of these wheels in all chrome because chrome's hot boy shit, you know what I mean? So it's like, the idea was I'll build the same exact set of wheels, same spec, same, you know, everything, so I can have an all chrome set of wheels for this car. My idea was, if you go back in time, I don't know how many videos ago, several videos, whatever, boom. The idea was that this car would get these in chrome first. So that way I could turn this car hot boy and at the same time have my spare set of wheels for this car. Now I know it sounds weird. Why would I build a set of wheels for this car and also for that car at the same time? Doesn't make sense. However, in the long run, these wheels are actually for my R32, but this car is gonna get them first. We're gonna rock it, it's gonna be tight. I'm gonna paint the whole car, boom, 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 tight, whatever. And then down the road, this car is gonna get a set of, I don't know yet. You know what I mean? I had a couple wheels in mind, but with the prices and how the wheel game has been lately, I just can't really commit to pulling the trigger on dropping $3 on some wheels for the car when I'm, you know, kind of up in the air between like a couple different style wheels. To be honest, they're all probably Weds wheels. I kind of dig the Weds wheels a lot, to be honest. I think I've owned nothing but Weds. I've had a bunch of sets of them. I had like one set of Works, which I liked, but I don't know. I've had more Weds than anything else, which is crazy because I think back on it, you know what I mean? So I think I like Weds wheels, so it's tight, whatever, boom. So you see me take apart the wheels, right? We're going over here now. So you see me take apart the wheels, and the first thing is, when you're buying a 3-piece wheel that's used, right here. Ooh. All right, so I'm gonna take this right here. When you're buying this, right? When you're buying a wheel, it's used. Here's the problem. You're buying an old wheel from Japan that's probably from the 2000s, maybe before, maybe a little bit later, but a lot of chance you're buying a 2000s wheel. It's gonna have bumps and dips and bends and splits and cracks and whatever else comes with it in the future, right? When you buy a set of wheels from, you know, like VR Wheels, for example, which is where we buy our wheels from, you're still getting the original face, a lot of times the original inner barrel, and what you're paying for is the lips, right? I mean, I ain't gonna front, this is gangster. Damn, look at that, look. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you get the original face still, you get the original barrels, and then you get new lips, and that's kind of how you create, you know, a new set, a new whatever kind of wheel, whatever the case is. Sometimes, depending on your car, your how wide you want to go, all that type of shit, how deep your pockets are, all that, you know what I'm saying, whatever. You can buy new inners, you can buy new outers, you can buy brand new wheels, you can buy brand new faces. Depends on how much you want to spend, how long you want to wait, you know what I mean? So the idea is, when you pick a set of wheels, you want to pick a set of wheels that's already close in your wheelhouse to where you can either add the outer lip or inner barrel to position the wheel, change the offset, whatever the case is. So you kind of pick something that's already close to where you want to be and lightly modify it from there. You're pretty much good to go. Boom, that's how it is. Or you find somebody online that either has a wheel set that already fits what you got, or you know what I mean? Like if you have like a 370Z and you know like, oh, I want a 1810 in the front, an 1812 in the rear or some shit, you know, I don't know, whatever you want to, whatever kind of shit you want to have. There's a good chance on like not on Marketplace per se, but you know, like what do you call those? The Facebook groups and shit. There's, you know, 3-piece wheel Facebook groups. So you could probably find someone that has a Z that has the wheels you're looking for or close to it in a similar spec that you're looking for already. You know what I mean? So there's that. But when you're buying wheels like this, you're getting typically like original face, original barrel, and then you're getting new lips. Makes it tight overnight. Boom. You gotta love it. Cool, right? But like I said, you've seen the video. I was lightly shaving the lip. Actually, let me take you to this one because this one was the worst one. I think this is an original lip, which I thought that one was, but so you're seeing like dents, dings, you know, bends and all kinds of shit here, and it's like this is years of, you know, riding, driving, and, you know, tires on, tires off in their previous life they had in Japan, and then they came here, and then some kid had it, and, you know, it goes on from there. So I've had to rebuild a few. I don't rebuild the wheels much, but I've had to do a lot of extensive work on keeping these tracks clean and like doing this shit, because back in the day, my old black S13, I daily drove the car. It was a hot boy car, daily driver, stood up, fucking drove every day, hauled a lot of ass, did a ton of drifting in that car, and I drifted on 3-piece wheels mostly, you know what I mean? So I've DB'd tires and scraped the shit out of the inner fucking lip edge or inner barrel edge right here, and I've damaged this several times, you know what I mean? Never bent one, I've never cracked one. They're forged usually, or they're close to it, they're really strong, you know what I'm saying, whatever. So I've got plenty of experience in making these work. Now if this has a bend in it, that's a different story. You know, you can try to torch it really hot and then try to bang it with a hammer and do your thing, but you should probably take it to a wheel place and let them heat it up and have a proper bend so you have a proper radius. Otherwise, you'll always have like a weird spot in your lip, and then your tire may not ever, you know, the bead may not ever stay, you know, sealed, and that's important. If these aren't round or clean, especially when they're stretching the shit out of some tires, you ain't never sealing them shits, and you're always gonna have flats, and you know, there's always problems. So a lot of 3-piece wheels guys you'll see always have flat tires, and oh, my wheels are flat and this and that. Sometimes it's the tire, 9 times out of 10. I mean, if you have a used tire and you're gonna stretch the shit out of it after it's already had a hard life, you're kind of asking for leaks, you know what I mean? However, a good tire or a new tire, you shouldn't be leaking, you shouldn't have problems. The fronts on here, these fuckers leak. In fact, that one, I filled it full of air like maybe 2 days ago. It's probably flat, to be honest. You know what I mean? Leaks, they come from where the two parts of the barrels meet together. You have this side plus the lip, and you saw me wire wheel all this shit and then take a razor blade to cut it to separate them. I still need to, this is still some shit here. I still need to go back over this with the wire wheel, take it off, but I'm not gonna do that because I ordered one more inner barrel, because these two barrels, as you saw in the video, they're different sizes by like 1/4 of an inch, and it's small. A lot of people I know, I mean, not that I know, but like people in general would be like, oh, it's just 1/4 of an inch, not a big deal. But I don't like oddities. I want the same wheel face. I don't want to, oh, I gotta run a 10 mil spacer on one side and a 15 on the other. Fuck that shit, right? I want my shit square, I want my shit right, I want my shit tight. It's costing me an ass load of money. It really sucks, but I don't have to build these wheels for this car right this moment, which I was really excited because I'm like super pumped. Oh, I'm gonna build the wheels now. It's gonna go in the car. The car's gonna sit on some wheels and look tough. I was super pumped. And then I could kind of like dial the camber in from there a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Boom, whatever, but you know, here we are. So when I was wire wheeling the wheels, I noticed the lip edges of the two inner barrels were different. I'm like, all right, you know, whatever. And I noticed the shapes were a little bit different, and it visually seemed like one was a little wider than the other. Now I know, like, oh, how could you see a 1/4 inch? Well, when they're shaped funny, I don't know. It's just, I dealt with these wheels enough, these style wheels enough to like see like funny shit, and I'm like, man, they look kind of funny. But when I set them side by side, I had to just double check, and luckily I did, and I saw that one was different than the other, and I'm like, all right. So a lot of people would say, oh, it's only a little bit, whatever. But that little bit is the difference in the tire choice you're using between rubbing the fender on, or 1/4 panel or fender on one side and not rubbing on the other. Or, oh, I gotta run an extra, you know, 1/2 degree of camber on one side than the other. It's like, yo, like, I'm not trying to build, you have to build your car around the wheels when you're doing this type of shit, right? When you're doing this and you're doing that over there, like, you build the car around the wheels you're putting on the car. You don't build the car and then build the wheels afterwards. You build the wheels first. The car goes around those, you know what I mean? If you want your shit sick, that's kind of how you have to do it. So with something like this, I don't want to be like, oh, well, 1/4 panel just sticks out further than the other, or 1/4 panel sucked in more, or yeah, the fender, I got one wheel tilted a little bit further than the other wheel. No. You need to have your shit squared. You need to have your shit nice and right and tight and even, especially if you're gonna do performance shit in the car and like drifting and doing all that stuff. Hot boy cars, I mean, you know, hot boy cars are sick. Hot boy cars, you know, boom, we already know it's just tight. So, just trying to figure out like how to word it, you know what I mean? When you have a hot boy car and you want it to perform, you gotta pay attention to the details, you know what I mean? My black S13, that car's biggest setback was never having a handbrake in it. You know what I mean? That's huge, because that car had a factory handbrake. You could pull it up, it would never lock up the wheels. It would just stop the car from rolling at best. You know what I mean? And I'm sure on a steep enough hill, it probably didn't do that for shit. You know what I mean? So actually, I know it didn't do that for shit, because that car rolled into another car one time, like fucking years ago, in a parking lot. We're at it eating dinner or lunch or some shit, and the fucking lady comes out, is this your car? I'm like, yeah. It's in my car. I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean? Anyways, so yeah, anyway, to go back over the whole thing, gotta build these wheels up, you know. And when you're doing stuff like this also, where did I put it? Here it is. You have different wheel styles will have different sort of hardware. This is 12-point hardware. It's like an ARP style bolt. And this goes through the lip, through the face, all the way through here, not goes in the backside. But there's only, if you look at the wheel face, which is over here real quick, you'll see that there's only like two holes. But if you look at that, if you look at how many holes are here, which I'm sure it's hard to see, there's way more holes. So that's because these are on the back side of the wheel face and they bolt into the wheel face directly. Now, as you see here, I have nice chrome, well, this isn't that nice, but I got chrome boys and I have some rusty fucking boys here. So this type of shit, well, I'm sure I could clean this up and make it look nice. This rusty shit in here, this comes from this being a steel bolt into an aluminum face. When you mix dissimilar metals like that, that's what happens, corrosion. That's not what I'm saying rust is, but when you mix steel and aluminum, they don't like each other that much. You get shit like that. So now that I ordered another inner barrel, I ordered 40 extra bolts, so I know I'm gonna have to get rid of more of those rusty bolts between all 4 wheels. So if I order just 40 more, you can either order 40 per wheel, realistically. I just ordered 40 more because the rest of the hardware's fine. You don't really see the hardware that well, you know what I mean? But the rusty hardware, what I don't want is for it to not come back out. If you do every single bolt and one bolt doesn't come out the back of that wheel face that you have to take apart, do whatever, you're asking for a really fucking bad time. You could damage your wheel face, you could damage your lips, or like whatever the case. You strip that fucking bolt, man, you'd be so sad. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, it's kind of like insurance. Yeah, it's just like adding one more thing and one more thing and one more thing. The lips aren't cheap. I paid probably $600 and change for the lips shipped. You know what I mean? It's like $240 per lip, you know, taxes, shipping, whatever. Then I had to buy an inner barrel for $200 and something also, plus the hardware for another 40. Then I bought valve stems for another 40, and I know I bought valve stems originally, but they had the proper valve stems I need, so might as well buy that for another 40 bucks. It's worth it. The valve stems I bought, which I just paid $50 or $60 for, which is kind of expensive, I used them on that car because I could not find valve stems for these wheels back then. Nobody had them. Nobody was offering aftermarket ones. Nobody's offering original ones. Nothing. So I had to find, and I tried every aftermarket valve stem I could find on the market for 3-piece style wheels. I got nothing to work because they're kind of specific for Duets crane shit. Luckily, when I ordered all this shit, they had it all at VR Wheels, so I bought that shit, boom. All right, I won't talk about the wheels anymore. I mean, I do, because the wheels are sick, but yeah. This is actually a very long story. I know I'm talking about wheels, but hopefully like you're learning something, you know what I mean? I would like to do a video, which I probably will do down the road. When I take these apart, these have to get resealed, plus the new tires and all that shit, but I haven't done that with these because I'm gonna cut these tires up more for alignment and everything else. So I'm letting these tires get fucking hammered and everything like that, you know. I'm not really there to take these apart just yet. They still function for the time being, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But I'll probably end up doing a video on tire removal and installation on a 3-piece wheel because they're not exactly like a normal standard wheel, like one of these. They still have the same shape, but also not at all. Like some wheels have the same shape as like a 3-piece wheels on the inside, but a lot of wheels technically don't. Usually like a monoblock wheel doesn't have that wheel shape. So I figured I'll probably do like a whole like what to look out for. I've fucked up many tires. I have shit on camera. You watch me pull the tire off the wheel. That was the first wheel. That thing went smooth as silk. And then I'm like, all right, cool. I shut the camera off and I'm like, all right, I'll do the other wheel real quick. It shouldn't take that long. The other tire fought me for like half an hour. The other one came apart pretty easy, pretty smooth. The other one, of course, off camera, I fight that shit for half hour and I'm like, yo. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, whatever. That's how life is, right? So boom, let's run it over here. Fuck, it's fucking cold, man. And I have the car facing the wrong way. Whatever. The Civic. I hope you can see. Part of the reason why I bought this camera is because I'm hoping for better low light scenarios like this is now, etc. Boom, whatever. So for the Civic, what I bought was a Rywire tucked harness, which meant it's meant to be thinner and like you can stuff it in between the zones. You can hide it behind shit. You know what I mean? It kind of gets rid of all the extra. I might as well just walk over to the harness instead of just fucking tell you about it. I might as well just show you about it, right? You already know like a factory harness in a car is, it's big, it's thick, it's got insulation and it's got like shielding from heat and they're designed for longevity, right? So here we are. We have like this right here. This is meant to like bolt on the fucking block somewhere to keep it stable so the harness doesn't shake and move around and get tangled in something or whatever crazy. You have shielding like this, you know what I'm saying? So you know what a factory harness looks like, you know what I mean? So here we go with all this shit. I had to move this shit. I haven't cleaned this up yet, but so the Rywire harness, when I bought it, eBay, you can buy like an eBay harness for like $100, $160, something like that. I'm not about to buy a fucking Chinese harness. I'm already having wiring harness problems. This is why this is not in here. I didn't want to, the Rywire harness I bought, I had to buy the harness plus a sub harness also for that chassis year specifically. I have $680 in this shit, which is absolutely ridiculous. But I don't want to buy a Chinese harness and then I have funny shit like I'm already having wiring problems. Why the fuck would I spend money and just throw it away to have potential more problems? The Rywire harness is supposed to be made in USA, supposed to not have any Chinese components. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought it. If Wiring Specialties made a harness, I would have just bought one of those because I'm familiar with those from, you know, the Nissan stuff. So this harness, like I said, I've been having problems with the car. You've seen some of the previous videos if you're, you know, a tuner of the channel, you know what I'm saying? you would have seen me fix that car a few times starting the beginning of this year, over and over and over. Ever since I did a colder intake, I've had to fix that car several times now. And it's really fucking annoying, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks to like work on the car, but yeah, I think I fixed it now, cool. And like I'm driving to work and the car's like, nah, you didn't fix me, even though you drove yesterday and there was no problems. I'm like, fucking fantastic. You know what I mean? So I wanted to eliminate that being the engine harness being my issue. A lot of signs pointed to my harness being bad. I don't know, as I've been owning the car. I haven't even owned this car for a full year yet. So I don't know, we've been doing a lot of shit. So anyways, I unbolted the fuse box, pulled it out for a second just to kind of look at it. There's no reason to do that other than just to make sure that like no wires in the backside are burned potentially, or there's something cutting in the backside of it, like maybe like a rat or some shit chewing on some wires or whatever the case is. So, you know, pull the fuse box out. I had to pull the battery out because in the Hondas, to get the harness in and out of the chassis, it's underneath the battery. So you had to pull the battery out, pull the tray it sits on, unbolt it, and then you can pull it out, put it back in, etc., etc. So like I said, in the video, you watched me do all that shit. Boom, 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 boom. Everything went, you know, slow, steady, wins the race. Now, last time I drove this car, it died on me, and then it wouldn't start anymore. Then the next morning, it wouldn't start at all. Now the car starts. I mean, it seems to be like a tale of this car, apparently, but now the car starts. Everything seems to be working. I'm gonna test it again here shortly to go all the way to dinner. It's so fucking cold. If this car dies on me, knock on wood, it's gonna suck really bad to try to fix on the side of the road. Fuck. Anyways, so what's cool is the wiring harness, like I said, it's a tucked harness, so it's got thinner shrouds and thinner cables so you can fucking run it up, you know what I'm saying? Not that like this really needs it. I hope you guys can see this, by the way. Not that like it needs it, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I gotta have a tucked harness. I have full AC and fucking everything's in here and shit, you know what I mean? Which I'm gonna buy AC tuck kit just so I can get all new AC components and shit in the future that runs it through the fender out here. Eliminates like that look right there. Down the road as time goes on, I like this car a lot. So the new harness so far, we install it, seems to work good. It's driving. I don't have a speedo still, as you saw in the video. I wanted to put this camera in the car to test this out, you know, because it seems to work really nice. And I do want to start using this camera for when I'm, you know, filming stuff in there or like whatever else I'm doing. It's easier to film with the other camera still for me by a lot. I can see what I'm doing at all times. I click the record button. I have adjustable. I can go from, you know, wide angle to regular to zoomed in at easy. You know what I'm saying? This I think I have to buy a bunch of lenses for, and then, you know, do whatever versus the one lens that I have now. I don't know. I mean, I'm not like a big camera guy. I'm still trying to work with this shit, right? So anyways. But yeah, so the harness is installed, you know, ran the car, drove the car. My speedo doesn't work, which the car had a speedo issue before, that it was working and it wasn't working. And when I plugged the original harness plug on, the wires were backing themselves out of the physical plug itself. And I'm like, oh, that's probably my issue. Well, no, the speedo's the issue apparently, because one of two things. Either the top half of my speedo is bad, which I bought another top half some months ago, or the bottom half is bad because there's a little plastic gear inside that runs, and if you lose teeth or you lose a gear, well, then it ain't gonna read shit, right? So whatever. But I ended up making, so real quick, when I bought the harness, it is a universal harness for a 96 to 2000, which is OBD2 Civic chassis, right? So it's B series and D series because it's technically the same harness, just slightly different configuration based on like intake manifold is really what it comes down to, and if you have VTEC or not. So everything is roughly in the same location. The sub harness, which that factory harness, it's all built in as one unit. The sub harness is for 96 to 98 chassis, which is what this is. And there's 99 to 2000. So that's the difference between an OBD2A and an OBD2B series Civic. If you don't know, check it out. You'll see, you know what I mean? And that's the facelift shit. 96 2000 has this bumper style, and you're not gonna be able to see it at all, but the brown Civic is 99 and 2000. The blue Civic in there is also 99 and 2000. So it's got a different facelift, but in the facelift also they changed the plugs for the computers, which is dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. Anyways, that's where we're at. So you buy the harness, then you buy the sub harness for your chassis so you can work your gauge cluster and all that shit and send the signals. I think race cars, the race car guys, they don't need that shit. They don't want that shit. They just need a harness and a key on for the power, and the shit just runs. They got their own digital dashes and like whatever else, you know what I'm saying? Boom. So anyways, we're doing this shit here, tight. I ended up having to buy the sub harness, which sucked because it was an extra $100. And then also I had to make a charging harness, which is from the alternator to the fuse box. And I kind of feel that for the $680 that I paid, it should have came with one. And I tried to double check. I didn't like check it well enough. I tried to like look through the site and see if like they had them. I didn't see any. Doesn't mean they don't have them. So I'm like, yeah, the harness, yeah, just bolt it on, get the sub harness, cool, no big deal. All right, fuck it, whatever. No, I made a brand new thing, and I was gonna cut the one out of the Civic, the original harness, but I'm just like, man, why would I be using the old shit? You know what I'm saying? I was gonna just trim out the whole thing, pull it out, run it back in there, boom, tight. I'm like, nah, fuck it. I still had X amount of feet of welding cable from when I did a battery relocation in the 240. So I'm just like, well, fuck it. I still had crimp that said the ends. Would you see me smack the hammer that compresses the end fittings? And like, that's it. It's a lugged fitting. I had to shave down the sides so it would bolt onto the alternator, and so it would bolt into and slip into the fuse box also. And it's a much thicker gauge. So I mean, like, really, like, alternator power should like never be better. Brand new wire, probably double the thickness, which isn't necessary at all. This car doesn't produce anywhere near the voltage, anywhere near the power, anywhere near the draw, but whatever, it's got it now, you know what I'm saying? So it's like all brand new fucking shit under the hood, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's even a thing. I think I put an alternator in this car too at some point. Yeah, I did actually, even though my other alternator wasn't even bad. So whatever, we doing a lot of shit, you know what I mean? Oh man, this Civic has been a challenge. It's been a hell of a ride. I bought the car for a really good price, and I've just been modifying it continuously, fixing problems and modifying, fixing problems and modifying. This is the biggest problem this car's ever had, is it not working. Man, and I really hope, I'm crossing my fingers, I'm fucking knocking on wood, that like I just solved the issue, because I swear if I did not solve the issue, I'm gonna fucking lose it, because this is like a really fun car to drive. It gets good gas mileage for the most part. We just gotta stay out of VTEC. The heat works pretty damn good in it for the most part. Like, I can't complain. It looks sick. Let's be real for a minute here, you know what I'm saying? If you're not a Honda guy, you don't have to be. You gotta be a car guy, you know what I'm saying? You watching my channel, you gotta be a fucking car guy. You know, Honda guy and shit, you know what I'm saying? Car guy. We got all kinds of shit, you know what I mean? So yeah, I gotta cut this short. I mean, it's really long right now, I know, but so that's kind of the things that we got going on in the video. You know, do a whole harness in this car. And I know, like, lately the videos have been maybe getting like less stuff, but I'm kind of feeling that, like, on my days off, well, the weekends, I don't have days off, but the weekends I'm working on my shit. But lately I've been like still clearing things out of my house and still doing the shop stuff. I haven't even set up the new toolbox yet, because I'm still not even sure how I'm gonna set it up. Before I even set the new toolbox up, I need to go through all like the sliding rails and like refresh and re-clean them and get them to slide and work properly. That's a really old toolbox, a lot of miles on it. It's kind of cool because it's special edition. So like, I've got some work ahead of me still. This car, this Civic, still needs a ton more work in it. I've got, you know, disc brakes for it that I've got to put on. And then when I put the disc brakes on this car, I have to take these drum brakes and I have to put them on that other Civic back there so I can get rid of that Civic. And as much as I loved hatchbacks and I would love to keep that Civic, I gotta sell it. My idea for that car was, when I got that car, I got this one, was I'm like, okay, that car I'm gonna sell in the future, and that's gonna get me, you can't see it, but, oh, I didn't tell you this, but I bought a 24-foot enclosed trailer. Yeah, that's a wild story for another time. But the idea was, that Civic hatchback I was gonna trade or sell it to get me an enclosed trailer. So that way 2026 year, I'm doing the next set of things that I want to do this year. I got a lot of plans going on, a lot of shit in the background I've been trying to work on, and it's a little bit taxing to try to, you know, go work long hours, come home, do a whole bunch of shit, you know, whatever, edit videos, you know, weekends, work on the cars. You gotta do house shit still too, so boom, whatever. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the videos. You know, you guys commenting and talking and doing whatever else is tight, you know what I'm saying? And if you just check it out, if you do the little notification bell thing, I think if I respond to your comment, I think it'll let you know. I'm not really sure how that works myself. I have notifications from my phone turned off, period, for like everything. So like I find out when shit's happening at some point, you know what I mean? But I always check the YouTube shit and see you guys comment. So even if you comment like an old video, I still, you know, I still see it, you know what I mean? Well, it's also because it's a small channel and I can see it, you know what I mean? That too. So yeah, hope you enjoy my videos. If not, that's okay. If you like them, tight, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, just remember, I do nothing but cars, and no matter what you like, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So you got a car and you got trouble and you see I'm doing whatever, you see that I got trouble in my shit and you know the issue is and I haven't figured it out yet, yo, hit the comments, say some shit, you know what I'm saying? If you made it this far in the video, of course, you know? So yeah, if anything, I'm trying to get better in my videos this year. That's why I got the camera here. This camera, you know what I'm saying? That's why I got the camera. That's why I'm trying to do more shit. This year I'm trying to push myself and change my shit, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I hope you enjoy the videos again, like I said. And just remember, if anything in your life, stay sucker free. Alright folk, can't see me, but update in the video after all that fucking wiring harness and all that bullshit, you know what I'm saying, whatever, I make it just a few miles from the house and the alternator fucking dies. So yeah, I don't know if you can see me at all, but this car's not fixed. Surprise, surprise, here we are now. It's like 20 fucking degrees outside, it's cold as shit, and that's where I'm at. That's the update. That concludes the video. So yeah, appreciate you for watching. Stick around, check some cool shit out in the future. Peace.